Oh! As soon as somebody can, if you can tell me if this is working correctly in the correct orientation. If not, I'll have to stop it and restart it. But I'm here. As I was going to put my shoes on this morning, my back decided, hey, slow down. So I'm not going to be running today because, like I said, my back decided to twinge and say, you need to slow down. So all I'm going to do today is walk. And I'm gonna try and get it in here before the rainfall. See how we can do. Rained last night, so the trails are fairly muddy this morning anyways. Probably a good idea just to get out and walk. But can't stop, won't stop, no excuses. So even with a little bit of back pain, I'll go out and walk today. Now I'm just walking up into the woods. Juan, how you doing, buddy? Just going out. Getting a little bit of a walk today. Rained a little bit more than I thought it would last night, so the trails are pretty muddy. And like I just said, my back's hurting a little. So I'm gonna take a nice gentle walk. Give my back a break today so that I don't hurt myself. Good chance to slip and fall in this mud too. So what are you doing today, Juan? Surprised you're not working. Surprised they shut down for the weekend. Who's there? Hey, Steve. What up, Piotr? Alright, yeah, this is getting pretty muddy here. So I may go back and walk around and go up the old road instead of walking through the woods. Yeah, looking farther down the trail. Give Steve a wave there. It's just getting muddier as you go down. Doesn't really show up on this camera, which kind of irks me, but a lot of water right down there. Hello, focus please. Yeah, I'm gonna walk back around and go up the old road. Well, unfortunately, there's no crowd. There's a couple boys in the parking lot there putting on their running gear, going for a run. Like I said, my back is twinging a little bit this morning, so I'm gonna take it easy today. And actually, let's go down this trail and not run as much as I want to run. Gotta kind of listen to what my, oh no, it's getting muddy again. I don't want to slip. Relaxing, he says, yeah. I try to listen to my body. So like I said, today's my back, and got a little bit of problem with an adductor muscle in my left thigh. So I worked on that a little while last night, worked on stretching this morning. Try and do a little bit of home therapy for that one. Since you can't really go for PT right now. One, I am at Redgate Woods. Over, technically, I think this is Willow Springs right here, but yeah, so right near 171 and 83, so Archery and Kingery. Yeah, 171 and 83. I had to stop and think a minute, is that right? Yeah, all I'm gonna do today is get my steps, so it should only take me about an hour or so. As much, like I said, as much as I'm dying to run today. I think I pushed it a little too hard yesterday, bouncing on the rocks on a couple of the downhills. I actually felt it twinge. It was before I went live yesterday. When it's coming down, actually, is farther up this trail I just came off of. There's a downhill section where really the only way you can do it is when you run down is you're literally bouncing from rock to rock to rock. And kind of felt it there a little bit, but it stopped immediately. And then, like I said, just when I was getting ready to leave the house and was putting my shoes on, my back decided to say, hello, how are you today? So, yeah. Take it easy. I don't want any injuries to stop me. Least of all, I don't want to go to a doctor right now. I'd rather do some home care. If you thought about getting a bike, maybe a recumbent. Yeah, I have thought about a bike again. Problem is most bikes end up hurting my back more than they don't. And yes, a recumbent is a way around that, but I don't want to be riding on roads where I got to worry about other people hitting me, which is also why I don't ride a motorcycle anymore. If I get hurt, I want to be the one that's responsible for it, and that's it. Like those kids the other day that almost hit me when they went off the road and hit the rumble strip. That's what ticked me off right then, is, you know, hey, you're being irresponsible and your actions almost injured me. So yeah, is what it is. Bob. Bob Long Jr. How you doing, Bob? Let's see who else we got here. There comes Mark Coldiron. Mr. Mark, I see you coming in. Good morning. Good morning, Bob, Steve, and Juan. Like I said, for the guys just coming in, all I'm doing is walking today, no running. Guys, I didn't look for her. A coyote, I almost always see her. Trying to get my finger oriented right out here. I don't know if I can get that high enough, but there's a, you see the sign to the left of the sign, which would be, I think, your right, is a brown patch, and she's usually hanging out there, and I can whistle for her and she'll stand up and look at me, and then she lays back down. But this preserve is actually pretty full of coyotes. I call them coyotes. I know a lot of people just say coyotes. It's 120 miles long, a few crossroads. Yeah. But honestly, it's going to get a little noisy here while I walk this road. I don't know, bicycles just have no... watching the cars here. Give you guys a view. Hi, Nate. So now I got to walk about a quarter mile down here to catch the old road, because the mountain bikers have destroyed the path in the woods that go to the old road. It's so muddy now from them just running through it when it's wet, even though there's signs posted everywhere in the park. It says do not ride the trails when they're wet. People still do it. I can't blame it on the mountain bike association that maintains the woods. I think it's, or maintains some of the trails. I think it's mostly people that just come out and ride, you know, for the fun of it, which I've got nothing against. But when you're destroying trails, you know, it's time to rethink your actions a little bit. Like I said yesterday, the mountain bikers, the hikers, the people that walk in the woods, we're responsible for the biggest part in how the trails are maintained. It's called stewardship. Hey Ed, I missed you sneak in there. Dominic, you get? Oh great, I got 3 more cars coming here, and I'm about halfway to the turn. Trying to figure out what to do with my snot rag here. I don't have my pack, so I can't loop it through the strap. I came out unaided this morning. Everything's in the car, I just didn't bring it with. And I wouldn't necessarily say that coyote is friendly. Would not be a good thing to have a friendly coyote. But she seems to at least like acknowledge that I'm here. I got one more truck coming in. I've gotten so used to the coyotes here, I don't pay them much mind. You know, as I move through their little patch of land, they kind of escort me. Sometimes on the trail behind me, sometimes on the trail in front of me, or sometimes through the woods, you know, on either side. I don't pay it any mind. It's like I said the other day, we're encroaching their territory. It's not the other way around. So I tend to be a little kinder to the animals. Yeah, Dominic could probably give you prettier views if he did it one. Hey, somebody tell me, is this the correct format now? Is it actually widescreen instead of vertical? I noticed that if I start it at the right orientation, it seems to be correct, but I'm not sure if that's how it's coming out to you guys. Another car and 200 feet till my turn. And Juan, this road, it can be dangerous. It's not too bad. But that's also why I walk against the flow of traffic, so that people see me. I should say more appropriately, so I see them. I want to see the idiot's going to kill me. I want them to see my face. All right, about 20 feet here till the turn, and we're turning. There's you guys a road. This is a view up the old road. Probably saw my wide like Dominic's ass, maybe. See if I can catch up here a little bit. Yes, it's wide. Dominic, you need to do this. Dangerous road. Yep. All right, caught up. I do like this preserve, but the county needs to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on out here. If I'm not mistaken, this is the farthest west preserve in Cook County. It pretty much has to be, because Will County is like not even 2 blocks this way. So this has got to be the farthest west. So I think it's a out of sight, out of mind type of deal, you know. The only people that really pay this preserve much attention are mountain bikers and historians. You know, the mountain bikers for obvious reasons, trail runners of course, and historians because this is the site of the original Chicago Piles nuclear reactor experiments once they moved them out from underneath the bleachers at University of Illinois Chicago. Yeah, that is true, Bob. I do have a running vest in the car. But I only put that on if I'm going to be traversing a lot of roads. Like one of the preserves south and east of here. It's a really nice trail too. It's like 14 miles long. But it wraps around Wolf Road. You know, you keep crossing Wolf Road on the trails. And for that one, I will wear that vest. I actually showed that, well, a piece of the vest the other day in the video. It has a big old woodpecker. Actually has an illuminated strip around it. It's either on red or blinking red. The strip that goes around the waist. Let's see. Hello, Joe. See a few people. I can't tell who that. Oh, that's Juan's profile picture. I couldn't tell who that one was, and I had to keep looking at it for a minute. Get a shot of this. Now you can maybe see the creek. You can see how muddy that is. This is that trail that goes up and then left and goes back to the parking lot. That's the one I was talking about. That's why I have to go out on the road, because that is nothing but a mud pit. You guys know my boots. The first time I walked that in my boots after a thaw this winter, my boots it sank down to almost the top of the boot. That's a 10-inch high boot, so it's not too cool when you're sinking down 8-9 inches in mud. So anything new in anybody's neck of the woods, blended in. Oh, okay, that's the finish of Bob's. I thought I missed a post there, or a comment, I should say. Trying to find that woodpecker again. That guy was loud. I don't know if you heard that or not. Hammering away on a piece of rotted tree. But yeah, today's not about distance. Today's just about getting my steps in. I'm not going to do any running. I am walking up a 30% grade. This is that paved hill, the old road, goes up to the area. This is the one I've been walk up to the top, and I mixed it up. Like yesterday, I ran through the woods about 1.5 miles. Came over here, walked up the hill, sprinted down, walked back up, ran down, walked back up with you guys, and then decided to take the outer loop trail there. Which turned out to be pretty muddy. See, you got 6 people watching. Not bad. I'll take I guess I'll start doing it public here in a couple days once I get the camera work a little more down pat. Using this Ultra Pod, which is why you guys see me keep switching hands, because it's actually too short, but I don't want to do a selfie stick. Although you get a good idea of what's behind me when it's higher. But yeah, the blood flows out of my hand. Although I could I could mount this on one of my trekking poles, because the Ultra Pod has a strap on it to go around. Yeah, it is. Well, it's not a selfie stick one. It's a little folding tripod. I'll post a picture of it later. I meant to post a picture the other day. I was thinking I could take it off of here. If I can get where I can get a hold of the... Which way do I gotta go? That way. There we go. Alright, so we're switching around. So this is my Ultra Pod, and then I have the phone attachment on it right now, but it has a 1/4-20 screw in the bottom, so anything with a tripod mount, it'll mount to. It has the rubber grip right there, so you can use the Velcro strap to put it around a trekking pole or a stick or whatever. Whatever you need to do. Slide you guys back in there. Give it a twist so I don't drop my phone. Last thing I want to do is drop a Pixel phone, because they ain't cheap. Sorry, twisting you up a little bit here. Alright. And we're back. I'm looking at a, oh crap, forgot the brand name. Orbitz or something like that. 360X1. It's a 360 degree camera. But using that, I couldn't do live video, so I don't know. We'll see. But I do like the idea of it because it actually, you tell it, it's mounted on a selfie stick. You say in the settings, you're mounted on a selfie stick 1 meter long, and the software looks for that horizontal line and then deletes the horizontal line from the video. So it looks like, as you move it around, it looks like a drone view. It's actually really slick. It's a $400 investment in the camera, so it's a little bit much, but it could add a different view when I'm trail running. Just to give you guys something different to look at. 2/3 of the way through my steps. So I'll just walk all the way up to the top and then walk back down. So yeah, today's a short day. Nate, I'm jonesing, dude. Well, and Juan fishes too. The stockyard up in Coon Valley's been taunting me with their takeout lunch and dinner specials the last few days. They have an ancho chili burger at that place that is just out of this world. And I would have been up there actually today, this weekend for the one fly tournament, but they canceled it. So I don't know what I was looking more forward to, the one fly tournament or getting to eat at the stockyard. So yeah, if you ever go up that way and you're looking for a restaurant, I'm trying to think, yeah, I've had meatloaf there, I got a steak there a few years back, and then the ancho chili burger, smoked poblanos. And then ever since then, that's the only thing I get at that place is that ancho burger. It's just so good. Beer battered onion rings that are out of this world. And I'm looking for that. Nope, our homeless guy has moved on. Some of you guys may have been watching the other day. And I zoomed in to show you, hang on, let me get around where we can see it better. Try to get around where you can see that tree clear. So right through there, actually it looks like he's drying clothes right now on that dark tree that's right in the background there with the light stuff. There's clothes hanging on it. A lot of people raise hell, but it is what it is. Long, hello. That reminds me, I don't know how many of you guys saw the Backpackers Pad Thai recipe I posted up last night. I've been playing with that one for a while. I saw it in one of the blogs I read, and I made it by that guy's recipe, and it was too hot. Well, then alright, so we'll take out some hot sauce. But anyways, I've been playing with it back and forth just to get that recipe to the way I like it, and last night I pretty well nailed it. I love pad thai, but I'm kind of picky about it. It has to be, there's that balance of sweet and hot and peanutty. There's a certain balance that's got to be there. And the way I posted it last night, from my taste buds, worked out really well. And just to think that you could break that down and put it into the entire dinner into a gallon Ziploc, and fold it up and carry it in your pack and have pad thai anywhere. It would be the perfect little backpacker's meal. So the other one I like that's got a, now this is just for packing in calories and carbohydrates, but I can't remember what, it's like a potato bomb or something to that effect. It's basically the mashed potatoes in the pouch, the ones you just have to add the water to and heat up. Ore-Ida makes them. A few other companies make those. You've seen them, the potatoes in the tear open bag. But it's taking that and adding chicken or tuna or whatever into it. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it will drop occasionally, Steve. Cellular service right here is not the best. I noticed that watching it, and I was expecting it to cut out right there. All right, Steve, we'll see you. And then it'll cut out up here a little bit too when I get closer to the monument. Actually, I can turn around anytime now to get my steps, but we'll walk a little bit farther. Anyways, the potato bomb, or whatever you want to call it, that's another good one. I like it with the, I can't remember the brand. There's it's essentially pot roast in like a tuna tin, slightly bigger than a tuna tin. And I love putting that in there, and then either dehydrated or cooked carrots from, a previous meal or whatever. So it's kind of like, a pot roast mixed in with mashed potatoes. It's another calorie dense meal, but that's all you're looking to do most of the time when you're hiking anyway. So a few people watching still, that's good. Gonna either tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna film, I guess, a semi-review of my running pack now. No, not Dinty Moore. That's what popped in my head, Nate, but it's not the brand. It's a blue and white can. It just says pot roast in it. I think it actually says pot roast in a tin, the way I'm remembering it now. Light rain. I don't know if the camera will focus on that. Light rain starting in 45 minutes. So I got this out just about right time. Hey, Anthony. I'm going to go up to the old fence line here and turn around and start heading back. Don't want to get caught out here in the rain. The way yeah, I saw that. Ed, yeah, I saw, thanks. The way the weather service is forecasting this rain today, sounds like we're going to in for a pretty good pummeling, which would be the first good thunderstorm of the year. We didn't have too many good ones last year. 5, 6, 7 years ago, we continually had massive storms. All that walking got you tired. Thanks, Juan. Enjoy your nap, you lazy bum. Yeah, I miss you guys too. All right, what do I got? 3,800. Yeah, I can turn around and start hitting back. My previous job used to like the guys in the tool room there where Juan works. Good bunch of guys. Hard workers, even though they always caught hell from production. They can only fix stuff so fast, and when production breaks it faster than the tool room. It's funny, start talking about work. I just got a text from a former employee, or an employee there. Every day I'm getting texts from various employees. I miss you, come back. Oh. Is it really? Huh. Seems like it's later than that today, but I got off to a slow start. Actually, walking now, my back's feeling a little bit better. But I'm still not gonna run. Keep forgetting the camera lens is over here, not over there. They have the camera flipped around the other way. You hear the right back up in here behind these smaller trees is a little pond, and I keep hearing those little peeper frogs. Coyotes back over this way. between. I don't know if the mic's picking them up or not. I can hear them yapping. Got one back here, and the other one is back over this direction. They're calling back and forth. But yeah, I do love this preserve. I just wish they maintained it better. Some paper towels. All right, Ed. If they're just for cleaning up messes, you can always use old t-shirts and wash them. Kills me that we've, and I'm not picking on you, Ed. It's just a general statement that we have such a throwaway society now that we don't think twice about paper. You know, it's fine if you recycle it, but look at the amount of stuff you throw away. I'm going to give you guys another view here for a sec as I try and grab a nicotine. Erg. I switched to a smaller case to carry them around in my pocket. I don't like the tube that they come in, but hang on, I guess, and pull my zipper up there. It's hard to work that little case one-handed, so I may switch back to the bigger case. Gnats. We were talking about this in one of the fly tying groups, I forgot which one, but the winter snow flea. Saw one hatch of those this year over on the Centennial Trail along the river. The pattern is very similar to most like olive colored nymphs, so I don't see a reason to create a pattern based on a snow flea when it's that close to a nymph. Mike Lutz, man, it's still one of the funniest things I've ever seen at the Tenkara Fest up there in Coon Valley. I think it was 2 years ago. Mike goes out, goes fishing. He's got a little nymph fly, little pattern. I don't know, size 16, size 18 maybe. On the end of his line, he casts for a little bit. Hey, Rob. And he comes back in, and I'll be damned if Mike did not nymph a nymph. He actually hooked a nymph right through the back. I'll have to try and find it and post it up, because that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. You know, I've hooked into other little insects with flies before and never paid him much mind, but when he got out there and nymphed a nymph, that one just made me laugh. All right, I got some people on the trail up here in front of me. 3 people, 2 dogs. It's funny is I'm never afraid of the dogs. I'm always worried about the people. It's a little water sounds. I don't know how well that comes through, but what do we got here? Like a black lab and some kind of greyhound mix, it looks like. It almost looks like greyhound and golden. So we'll get walking here. I've got a few people on. Holy crap, now there's more people coming up. I used to get this preserve to myself, not anymore. No, it's just straight up greyhound. Or a whippet, no, greyhound.
Thought she was going to be good.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hi.
Hey. And I got another group in front of me here. 2 men, 2 women, 1 dog. Very well. down and get all my steps in here. Worked out pretty good. But yeah, so what I started to say is I'm gonna, either tonight or tomorrow, I'm gonna film a review of that running vest for John Vetterly. Asked me to do a review on it, so I will. Nate, I am at Redgate Woods. It's the west side of Palos Hills. I think technically this is Willow Springs, but it is, like, I keep complaining about the trails, but it is probably my favorite preserve in Cook County because you can, in fact, I just walked past one of them, but there's a trail up here, and there's a trail. If you go around that bend, you might be able to make it out as it starts to go down that hill. It's an outer loop, and you can hike those and go all the way to the east side of Palos Hills. So you're down like LaGrange Road and 103rd. There's a break there that continues down to 111th, and then across to the east, and you can hit up all of the preserves if you start here and just head east. The longest I've done out of here is a 14 mile day, 14 and a half miles. And the only thing that stopped me then is I ran out of daylight. I got to the other end over there, just past LaGrange Road, Route 45, and looked down and it was 2 o'clock and realized I had 3 hours of light left. And no headlight, no, headlamp or flashlight, nothing. So I decided to turn around and hightail it backwards. It was a heron. Can't make any comments on the stream. Something in front of me here looking pretty interesting. Anyways, and you can take the man out of the woods, you can't take the woods out of the man. But yeah, I'm sitting there watching some boys yesterday loading up to go fish the splains down here in Romeoville yesterday, and I kept thinking, maybe I should go home and get my 10 weight. Here's that lady that was out here yesterday with that big dog. It's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. He's probably the biggest one I've ever seen. He's tall. I just waved and she bust out laughing. We'll get past these guys. Out here again, huh?
That's right.
Hey, buddy.
That's funny that we're out at the
Same time. Same schedule. Get a rear shot of that. I don't know if you can tell or not, but he's probably 30, 32 inches high at the shoulder. A big boy. I've always known Chesapeake Bays to be a little stouter, a little shorter. This guy's nice and tall. Oh yeah, I'll hit my steps here in a minute. The Reddington Vapin, or Vapin, it means weapon when translated, but yeah. That's my one 10 weight, and the other 10 weight is an old glass rod. I think the blank is actually a Fenwick. I'm going to pause the stream here in just a minute so I can get a photo of my hitting the goal. Every day I try and take a picture of that. I said it the other day, my idea is to take those photos and string them together into a GIF or a small video. It's like, I know a lot of people say GIF, but it's GIF, Graphics Interchange Format, even though the creator of it says GIF. But yeah, so I can string them into a little video to kind of motivate myself to say, see, this is what happens. And you keep on working. Keep on walking, no matter what. And then here's the other side of that trail I was talking about that gets to the loop. All right, hold on, let me get this shot real quick. The stream will stop for 1 second while I do this. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I do like the Vapen or Vapen, however you want to pronounce it. It's a little stiff in the base compared to other 10 weights I've owned, but it's definitely got the backbone to punch way above its weight. In fact, mine is actually overlined at a 12 weight because, you know, sometimes for pike or even bigger saltwater, jacks and etc., sometimes you have a very short window to get that cast out there, so I tend to overline 10 weights and above. At least one, maybe 2 weight full up. I have been thinking about trying the Wolf Ambush, the triangle taper line on the 10 weight. I have it on one of my 6 weights on the TFO Axiom. My 6 weight Axiom. I have a triangle taper, Royal Wolf Ambush. And dude, I love that one because I can get a shot out super quick. Well, I need just, you know, it's a single water load and a cast and you're out 40, 50 feet. It's a very quick line, but do not use that without finger guards because that line will cut the snot out of you. The texturing on it is just like running sandpaper through your fingers. Stefan, grüß dich. Couple over here walking through the mud trail. I'm not sure which shorter ones you're talking about, Nate. I do have the St. Croix. I'm trying to remember their name of it. It's the tournament legal fly rod at 8 feet. But I have both the bass version and the musky version. Crap, I can see the logo, but I just can't read it in my head. It's a purplish color rod. They have a bass and a pike version of it. It's a good rod. My biggest problem with it is it definitely has to be overlined. You can't go with the rated weight because it just doesn't load fast enough. And I do have concerns if I get a take right next to the boat or to the dock. If you're dock fishing, you know how you come in to make your 8. I have a concern that it may not have enough back in it to take a strike up that close without, you know, overloading and snapping the rod. Which I think is why we see, I don't know, Anthony's there. Anthony's a big nympher, or was anyways, especially with the syndicate rods. And I think that's why you see nymphing rods underweighted. You know, you look at the rod and the thickness, it's got the backbone of a 6 weight, but yet they rate it as a 4 weight, and I think that's because the rod is so long. Your curve is different. I don't know, I guess you call it a parabolic curve. So I always, you know, I'm a little suspect of rods that are too short and rods that are too long. And somebody will say, well, what about spey rods? Well, spey rods are designed to cast and load at that length. And I'm sure the nymph rods are as well. Mojo. It took me a minute to think of that rod from St. Croix, but it's the Mojo Bass and the Mojo Pike. I don't know if they make the Mojo Pike. That one I have was a custom built rod from the blank up. I don't even know where the blank came from, but I saw it pop up in this guy's eBay sale, brand new. He had built like 5 of them. So I all right, $150, I'll buy one. Which is cheap for a fly rod. All right, I am back down to the road. Got my steps. We're on both sides. Now I gotta go to the other side of the road. because I like to walk against the flow of traffic. And there we are. Right up here, past this no passing sign, about 50 feet is where those boys almost hit me that day. Stefan. Oh, yeah, no. Not unless you want to go ice fishing. And as you know, I'm waiting for this car to pass, I fly fish. It's hard to fly fish through solid water. Trying to catch up on these posts and your comments there. Got two cars. One, two. And I'm heading back now. Is that Stefan? That's Stefan again. Hate this the wet, but it's spring in Illinois. What do you want other than rain? I'm gonna watch where I step here. Have an accurate cast to get into that little hole. Yeah. I know I didn't do any casting this winter. Usually I'll get out and do some practice casting in the winter. I didn't at all this year. So it'll take me a few hours the first time I go out fishing to get my timing back, but other than that, it should be pretty straightforward. Stefan, you can go to the aquarium, Shed Aquarium in Chicago if you guys didn't go. But I wouldn't recommend bringing a rod and reel. They might get a little upset if you walk in there with a fishing rod. Geese coming in there. The rumble strip is full of water, so every time I step in it, it's going splish splash. Got about another truck. About 300 feet before the turn back into the preserve. And then it'll get a little quieter again. Bone pike. Bone pike. You too, Nate. Hey Stefan, was meinst du mit Bone pike? Oder ist, ja, ich vergesse die Namen auf Deutsch für Pike. Vielleicht ist es Direktübersetzung. Yeah, go get that food, man. Ah. 100 feet till my turn. Hawkfish. Alright, got a couple trucks here. I can get over. I could actually smell the cigarette coming out of that car. Yeah, Knochenherrscht, okay. Genau. So you literally translated. Somebody's dog up here. There's somebody's little dog right there. Nobody around it. I'm hoping it wasn't that car. Should have thought to take a video of it. The license plate. That guy just abandoned the dog. I don't know if he did or not, I'm just saying. And for a minute I thought it was a bobcat just then because of the way he's looking at me. And now he's barking. I do not want to take a dog home. And this little dog will not last long with these coyotes. No, go back. Jesus, that's a mangy damn dog. Been loose for a while. Back! Back! Knock it off. Little shit. Back up. No. Oh, whose little dog that is? Oh, it's your dog?
Yeah. Benji.
Punch is way above her weight, man. She got no fear. There we go. There's the little. Okay. So now we know who the dog belongs to. Dog's steady running away from him. Alright, that was pretty funny. But I was getting ready to get really pissed off if somebody dropped off a dog. I've seen that more than once. Pike. P-E-K-A. Yeah. P-E-K-A. Pike. Pickerel. Die lange Name. Die richtige Name ist Pickerel. Wir sagen immer Pike als Abkürzung. P-I-K-E. Da gibt es verschiedene, ja, Unterfamilie oder wie heißt das? Gibt es Chain Pickerel. Der hat kleine Flecke unten in den Augen, die Augen. We also have muskie here, muskellung. Yeah, I think probably what you're calling knolkenheck is what we call a muskie or a muskellung. Because the muskellung is bigger. Whew, boy, are they big. Juan, I see you. What's up, Juan? All right, back to, oh yeah, here you go. Stefan. Got my, I know it's backwards, but it's on the side of the van now. Turn this around. Can't expect me not to decorate the car. Alright, snot rag. Nicotine. Gotta get my lunchbox. Oh. Juan, what are you doing today? Besides hanging around at home. Oh. Nope, take that out for a minute. We're gonna switch this pod around into tripod mode. Sorry, it's gonna bounce a little bit while I'm undoing this strap. It's a little chilly and my fingers aren't wanting to work. Alright, Stefan, viel Spaß noch, gell? Bleib gesund. Alright, let me take my jacket off here. Alright. Now I'm a little sweaty. I got drive to your girlfriend. You shouldn't be doing that. Stay home. Because if you're sick, you're taking it to your girlfriend. And if your girlfriend's sick, you're going to take it back home to your family. I'm all for having a little bit of fun, but... Okay, so now I'm going to open the Amazon package. It was on the porch, which I think is... Yep. This is the other part of my birthday present from my daughter. A week late, but at least she remembered. She bought me a running belt. It's made out of spandex. What else did she buy me here? Oh my God. Check that out. No, north is this way. She bought me a wrist compass. It's the Sunto M9. That's pretty cool. It's bad news actually because I have a fetish for compasses. See how this opens up here. Well, there's the wrist strap. Check that out. I'll have to take this section of the video out so I can send it to my daughter. Okay. That's pretty cool. Get it up in the camera here. So it goes on like a watch. That's pretty damn cool. Danke B. That's pretty slick. Yeah, 'cause I sent her an email yesterday and said that I got the birthday present and told her what it was, and then she emailed me back and said there was supposed to be one other thing in the package. Yeah, Sunto M9 wrist compass. Ordered March 25th, 5 days after my birthday. That's okay. It's the thought that counts, right? Let's see. I'm going to assume that It's always the puzzle to figure out which way the Velcro goes. So that's got to go through there, like that. And then, no. Nope, it's got to go the other way. Right? Because it's got a loop. Yeah, it's got to go the other way. So that the smooth side of the strap is against my skin. There we go. Now it's on its strap. It's cool because I actually have a wrist compass, but it's too wide for this band on my Garmin. I'll try and put it on here. That's pretty slick. And I think the other bag is my... Oh, I have to pull it through more, I think. It must be like that then. The strap is really stiff, so yeah, there you go. Now I got a watch and a compass. thinking it's a little bit off because I'm in the car. Let me step out for a minute. Yep. So you shoot that to north. All right. Yeah. Pretty cool. All right. So I went out and noticed it's actually a rotatable bezel, so you can shoot your back azimuth so that you're heading the right direction. All right, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put that on my lunch bag so I always have it with me. I'm really liking how some of my friends encourage me to continue with the exercising and everything. It's always a positive thing. Oh, coffee. I love having my fresh coffee. Can't tell if anybody's on the stream or not. It looks like I might have one person. It says one up in the corner. And I got back to the car just in time. It's starting to rain. So I think this is a good time to end the stream anyways and eat my meal and then start heading home. So eat my lunch. Bananas, 2 of them. Peanut butter. Tuna. So if you ever want to know what my lunches are, that's what it is most days. All right, folks. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you again tomorrow. Be good, be well.